Okay, I decided to show you this after all. So for me, the easiest way to do this is, typing in all of these given data points in Excel. You can do it vertically or horizontally, it doesn't matter. And then we're going to use the Excel formulas to calculate the mean and the standard deviation. So the mean is, you push equals average and then open parentheses. So you can manually type in each number separated by commas, but since we have them all here, you can just select all these cells and close parentheses, hit enter. So that's the mean of this data set. We want it rounded to 2 decimal places, so you can keep pushing this button until it's 2 decimal places. See, it's 4.02. Simple as that. So Excel does the automatic calculation of adding them all up and dividing them by, since the count is 12, dividing the sum 48.22 by 12 to give you the mean. Standard deviation. The formula for standard deviation is kind of complex. It's not too hard, but it takes a lot of time to do manual calculation. So since we live in the technology age, why go through the manual labor? You can again use an Excel formula to calculate the standard deviation of a given data set. So all you have to do is push, the formula for standard deviation is stdev. So it pops, there's a bunch of them here, but the one you want to use is this one, stdev. And then again, choose all of the values and then close parentheses, and voila, you get 2.94656. And again, we're interested in 2 decimal places. So, oops, that's 3. So 2.95 is the standard deviation of this data set. So that's number 6. Number 12. So there's a data table given with intervals and frequencies. So going straight to the question, what is the probability that the weight of a healthy mouse selected randomly from the sample will be more than 52 grams? So this is the weight, see the weight in grams, and this is how many mice are in that weight interval. So we want it to be more than 52 grams. So obviously all of these intervals are less than 52 or less. So that 52.5 indicates it's 52 or less. So the only group of mice that weighs more than 52 grams is the last 2 rows. So we have 24 mice here plus another 9 here. So 24 plus 9 makes 33. And we have a total of 100 mice. So again, if you add these all numbers up, the frequency numbers, that's going to give you 100. So the probability is, the desired outcome is 33, 24 plus 9. And the sample space, the total available mice is 100. 33 divided by 100 is 0.33. So the answer is B. Alright, number 8, which I should have it here. Okay, so number 8. So if you read the question, it says company employs a supervisor. So there's one supervisor. So these are the counts. So count and pay. So one supervisor is paid at $1,200 weekly, and then there's an inventory manager. So again, manager, there's only one of them, and he's paid $800. 5 stock boys, so there's 5 of them, paid $400 weekly, and the last one is 3 drivers, paid at $700 weekly. So compute the mean. So the mean is, you basically need to calculate total pay. So total pay is, if you need to multiply these two columns. Since you have one supervisor, how much you pay to the supervisor is $1,200. And there's one manager gets paid $800. And then there's 5 stock boys, each one is paid $400, so that's 5 times 400, which is why we have 2,000. And then 3 drivers, each one $700, so 3 times 700 is 2,100. So, and then you can push this total column button. So the total pay is, the company that pays to all these employees is 6,100. And what's the total number of employees? It's 10. So you just add up this column. So the mean is, as you can imagine, the total pay divided by total number of employees. So that's $610, which is B. Number 9, next problem. Find the standard deviation of this data set. So again, not to spend too much time on the video, I already calculated that. So this is the setup for number 9. So I typed in all of these numbers in the given sets, and the standard deviation. So again, we're going to use the formula. Standard deviation is stdev, open parentheses, choose all these numbers, and then close parentheses, hit enter. This is your standard deviation, and make sure you round to the 2 decimal places. So it's 2.63. I may have typed in one of the numbers wrong. 5566889. Well, sometimes the standard deviation, let's use this one, because I think we need to take n minus 1, so that's 2.49. And then in number 10, we have the reading scores, and again, all of these scores, there's 12 of them, are typed here. Sorry. And finding the mean and the standard deviation. Again, the mean is simple. You just put average and select all of these, close parentheses. The average is 11, and the standard deviation is, so I forgot to put equals standard deviation, so choose that one, and then all of these, close parentheses, it's let's choose the stick to the regular stdev, and that one gives us 2.66 as the standard deviation. So that concludes this week's tutorial. See you all next week.